All right, I'm here with a spectacular now. All right?
Yeah.
And what is a spectacular now? Well, it's a Brie Larson and it's a Miles Teller, who, when I saw this movie, and I'm going to date myself, but it had reminiscence reminded me a little bit of John Hughes in Say Anything, and that kind of character that as someone fixated on John Hughes in that movie, I was imagining younger girls fixating on you and in this character.
Oh, wow.
And Sutter, what kind
It's
of
a
name
good
is
thing
Sutter?
to think about.
It's
Just
like
let that
fixated on
marinate.
you.
Yeah. I get young John Cusack all the time. So
Oh, do you really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting.
For a while.
But tell me about...
Sorry, what were you saying?
Then what happens when you get
I was
older?
just thinking about the young girls and whatever
Like,
you said about them thinking about me.
So Miles plays a character named Sutter who's like lovable and kind of annoying at the same time, but you root for him and you want him to kind of get through to the other side. And Brie, you play popular high school students. You guys start out in the movie together as kind of the dynamic duo of like, if there were a homecoming king and queen, it would be you guys. And then things quickly unravel and kind of
As
come
they
back
do in
and
these
change
indies,
and go
right.
as in life, right?
Right.
So tell me about what made you guys sign on for this movie and what was your takeaway for it?
Well, I auditioned for the movie maybe like 2 years ago, and there's a different director attached. It wasn't James. And
too.
I did a terrible audition, and I was so upset at myself because when I read the script, it's probably one of the best scripts that I'd ever read. And so I was, upset, and then it ended up coming back around a year later, and I met with James, and I just thought it was very honest, man. Like, I had never read a story with characters in high school that wasn't just cookie cutter, wasn't polished. Like, this movie, these characters are very flawed, and it spoke truly to the town where I grew up in high school. It was a very small town, and I just think that this has a very real feel to it, and like I said, man, these characters there's not always a happy ending, and sometimes you get home from school and your mom isn't there to, ask how your day went and what's going on beneath the surface. My character, he's this, very cool, charismatic guy. He's the guy you want at the party, and then, high school starts coming to a close, and it's after high school, what is going to happen to this person, and it's, not everyone goes to college. Not everyone has an idea.
Right.
So, yeah.
Has those opportunities. And what about you? You did too, the same thing 2 years ago?
Yeah, I auditioned for Shay's character years ago. And I feel like when James and I met, and I don't know if James would say this, but it was like probably the best audition I've ever done. It was just like one of those amazing moments when...
He said it was one of the best auditions he'd ever seen.
Did he really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
It was
good.
one of those like right place at the right time. I was actually running really late, and I think that part of my like craziness of the whole thing like really worked, and it was just one of those just really magical things where I felt like this is what I'm supposed to do, and it was an exciting opportunity for me to play somebody who is so different from myself. I mean, I was never the person. I didn't go to high school. Wasn't interested in being social, and Cassidy thinks that high school is, the beginning of the rest of your life. And it was fun getting to do the prom stuff and getting to kind of pick out what I thought she would think would be like a princess dress. And
I really love the ending. That last bit is great.
Thank you.
I don't really want to spoil it for everybody, but it was great to see you guys. I always
Yeah,
love seeing you.
absolutely.
Good to see you too.